You should be ashamed of yourselves, JDF soldiers scold after disobeying cops. Two members of the Jamaica Defense Force JDF seemingly found themselves on the wrong side of the law after allegedly ignoring police orders to stop along a stretch of the North-South Highway on Monday afternoon. Information reaching reporter is that the two men were traveling in a silver Mark X motor vehicle when they were signaled to stop. However, the driver of the vehicle reportedly proceeded along his journey without stopping. Other members of the JCF were reportedly called in to assist in apprehending the men. Further checks of the motor vehicle, the driver and the passengers were identified as members of the JDF. A video of them being accosted by the police showed both men clad in JDF uniforms as police chastised them for not leading by example. Did an officer stop you down the road? That if you answer me. An officer can be heard saying as he videotaped the encounter. Since you want to be treated like criminals, he continued, as one of the soldiers asked why he was being recorded. Una in a uniform, police step out in the road and stop unu, and no drive left them, he questioned. You should be ashamed of yourselves and the government uniform. Reporters understand that the driver of the vehicle was reportedly issued several tickets in keeping with several breaches of the Road Traffic Act. Fifth inmate who escaped Arcabesa police lockup recaptured. The St. Mary police are reporting that another of the 7 inmates who escaped lockup at the Arcabesa police station in St. Mary in December last year has been recaptured. He is 22-year-old Philip Williams, otherwise called Bo, of Belfield St. Mary, who was charged with shooting with intent. Acting head of the St. Mary Police, Deputy Superintendent Kevin Francis, said that Williams was captured in a coordinated operation following information coming through several channels. The St. Mary Police can confirm that one Philip Williams, who escaped custody from the Arcabesa police lockup in December last year, is now in custody. The police have coordinated operations and based on information coming through several channels, to include the citizenry, we want to inform the public that Philip Williams is now in custody, he noted. Williams is the 5th prisoner to be recaptured by the lawmen. It follows the recapture of LaShawn Davison, 26, also known as Yang, from Jocks River in the parish, who was recaptured in the St. Andrew North Police Division. Trey Walker, 24, from Claremont in St. Anne, who was returned to the St. Mary Police after being in custody in Linstead, St. Catherine. 22-year-old Linton Bailey, who was apprehended by police in an early morning operation in Wilderness, St. Mary, and Jamala Vernon, 25, a laborer from Boscobel View, Boscobel, in the parish, who was handed over to the St. Anne's Bay Police by a relative. In the meantime, DSP Francis is calling on the other 2 escapees to turn themselves into the police. They are 21-year-old Nolanda Atkinson of Permanente Walk, St. Anne, and 28-year-old Gavin Hurd of Stony Hill, St. Andrew, and Enfield, St. Mary, who were charged with murder.
The St. Mary Police can confirm that one Philip Williams, who escaped custody from the Arcabesa police lockup in December of last year, is now in custody. The police have coordinated operations, and based on information coming through several channels to include our citizenry, we want to inform the public that Philip Williams is now in custody.
Police seeking to identify man gunned down in Gardentown, St. Andrew. Detectives assigned to the Gardentown Police are seeking the public's assistance in identifying a man who was gunned down in Dublin Castle District, St. Andrew. The police say last week Thursday, residents reported hearing explosions in the Dublin community. On the arrival of the police team, the man was discovered in blood in bushes along the roadway. They say he appears to be in his early 20s, dark complexion, slim build, about 5 feet 4 inches tall, small face, and sport a low-cut hairstyle. The body was clad in a black long-sleeve shirt, green underpants, and dark blue shorts. The police are appealing to anyone who knows the man described or has a relative who is missing and fits this description to contact the Gardentown Police at 876-702-1870, Police Emergency 119 number, or the nearest police station. Point Hill, St. Catherine man found dead with head bashed in. The body of a man with its head bashed in was found on a dirt path in Point Hill, St. Catherine. The deceased has been identified as 33-year-old Orin Swall, otherwise called Johnny, of Meadows District in Point Hill. The police report that about 11 o'clock a resident was on her way from church when the bloodied body of Small was observed on a dirt path. The police were summoned and the body was discovered with what appeared to be his head bashed in. The scene was processed and the body removed. Investigation is being undertaken by the Point Hill Police. 2 Auditor General reports finally tabled in Parliament. 2 reports from the Auditor General that were sent back to the AG's office, then returned to Garden House, were tabled in the lower house yesterday afternoon. This comes in the wake of contention about how reports submitted to the House are being handled and the stance taken by House Speaker Juliet Holness on the issue. Speaking in Parliament yesterday, Mrs. Holness said she would be discussing the matter with the Auditor General later this week. Mrs. Holness said she remains of the view that the tabling of reports is not being done properly.
I continue to hold the view that in law there continues to be a dissonance in the interpretation of how the reports on public bodies should be tabled. I have taken a further decision to today table the reports which are in question and additionally seek to further resolve the issues as it relates to the appropriate mechanism to table said reports and will include, in addition to continued consultation, having a meeting, a discussion with the Auditor General, hopefully later this week. I remain of the view that the reports are not properly being tabled. However, with reports that have been too back and forth from the Parliament to the Auditor General and back again, in the interest of ensuring that what is our ultimate aim, one of having the probe of our Auditor General and the findings of those reports available to the public, the continued issues as to the proper procedure in which to table these reports, I believe it is more important, particularly with another month to come until we come back to Parliament, to table the reports and then continue the dialogue with the Auditor General instead of holding same. And that is my decision.
Dr. Brian Heap is dead. Dr. Brian Heap, an English-born educator known for his work in theatre, died on Sunday after a prolonged undisclosed illness. He was 73 years old. He had a rough couple of months as he had been ailing for some time. He was very ill, but he hung in there. But as they say, death can be kind because you don't want to see your loved one suffer, actress and director Nadine Rollins told reporters. I am comforted to know that he is at ease wherever he is now, she noted. Rollins met Dr. Heap in 1998 when he directed her into her second stint as an actress at the annual National Pantomime. They became close friends, confidants and colleagues and remained so since that time. She said she recognized just how skillful Dr. Heap was at his art when he revamped the University Players and recruited her as a lead actress in the productions. I did the first one, then 10 consecutive ones, and that was where I recognized his skill as a director. The University Players was different from the National Pantomime in terms of being more dramatic and more experimental theatre as opposed to pantomime, which is like a musical. Brian was minimalistic in his approach, but he was full of his lighting, his artistic design. Everything was done to his artistic direction. He was brilliant, Rollins stated. Rollins said he owes her expertise as a director to Dr. Heap's mentorships. As a director myself, what I do know is a result of Brian's mentorship and kindness. He was always willing to share, Rollins noted. Dr. Heap is retired head of the Philip Sherlock Center for the Creative Arts at the University of the West Indies. Dr. Heap, who is proudly Jamaican by assimilation, came to Jamaica almost 50 years ago for a 2-year stint and never left. He worked in theatre and education in Jamaica for over 40 years. A graduate teacher from the Northern England, he taught at St. Joseph Teachers College and was Director of Studies at the Jamaica School of Drama, Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Dr. Heap served as an artistic director at the University Players, whose productions of the Caribbean and other classic dramas garnered numerous accolades, including Jamaica's annual International Theatre Institute Actor Boy Awards. He had also been the staff tutor in drama at the University of the West Indies since 1975. In June 2020, Dr. Ip was named the Caribbean Regional Writer for the prestigious Commonwealth Short Story Competition. He partnered with the Philip Sherlock Center for the Creative Arts and allocated part of his prize money to the establishment of two contests, a playwriting and short story competition for students at the University of the West Indies. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.